Today is February 21st, 2026, and this is your Freedom Planet, Freedom and Chains news. Today I'll be going over the killers that are currently expected to come in the game. Let's start with the first one, that being Lilac.96. Lilac.96 currently has two things revealed for her, that being an entire moveset and a chase speed. We'll start with the moveset. Lilac.96 is a fast killer, being one of the fastest in the game. Her M1 does 60 damage with a cooldown of 2 seconds. Her first ability is called Hair Grapple. Lilac.96 drags her hair forward. If you're hit by it, you're dragged on the ground, and then dragged towards Lilac.96. The initial damage is 15, but everything after that while you're dragged is 2 per hit. The cooldown is 23 seconds. Her second debris is called Burst. A spear slams her hair on the ground, shooting up dirt and debris. If a survivor is within the AoE, they get 30 damage done to them. The cooldown is 25 seconds. Her next ability is called Dragon Rush. It functions the same as Lilac's Dragon Boost, but instead, stopping on impact, Lilac.96 grabs the survivor, dealing 30 damage. If he hits a wall with them, it deals an extra 25 damage. The cooldown is 27 seconds. Her final attack ability is called Stretch. Lilac.96 stretches out her arm and swings it forward to grab the survivor. When she grabs the survivor, she'll then throw them. The grab deals 15 damage. If the front survivor is hit by another survivor, both take 10 damage. The cooldown is 24 seconds. Lilac.96's final ability is called Indicator, to locate all survivors in the vicinity. We'll now play Lilac.96's chase theme. Lilac.96's chase theme. That wasn't all of it, but you can go to Discord and listen to it if you want to listen to the rest of it. Skin has also been confirmed for Lilac.96 called FP14. Yeah, I'm gonna see that in my nightmares. This running animation was also posted for Lilac.96. And that was Lilac.96's section. Let's move on to the next character. This character is called Mutation. They are based on Mila. They currently have a moveset, no chase speed, but a skin confirmed. Let's start off with the moveset. Their passive is called Mutation. When stunned a certain amount of times, they can briefly enter a full bond state, completing her transformation temporarily. In this form, she's faster, deals more damage, a shorter cooldown, and is stunned for less time. Full bound can only be reached once per game. M1 does 30 damage plus selected damage type. The cooldown is 1.5. Her first ability is called Alchemy. Mutation switches her damage type. It can either be blunt, poison, or frozen. Blunt does more damage but has more end lag. Poison does 2 DPS per 5 seconds. And frozen slows survivors temporarily, cannot stack. The cooldown is 1 second. Mutation's second ability is called Shield. Mutation will put up a large shield. If hit directly, she blocks the hit and isn't stunned, giving the stunned a small knockback. If hit by a projectile, she launches the projectile back at the stunner and can deal damage to them. Using this disables blast for a short time. The damage is 25 and the cooldown is 20 seconds. Mutation's third ability is called Blast. Mutation will fire up the cube in her hand as a burst of energy wherever she's facing. Using this disables shield for a short time. The damage is 35 and the cooldown is 23 seconds. And finally, her fourth ability is called Launcher. Mutation launches a high explosive cube from her cannon, which explodes on impact and applies a heavy status effect to any directly hit by it. The damage is 40 and the cooldown is 30 seconds. I forgot to mention this at the beginning, that Mutation is a medium speed killer. Mutation also has one skin currently revealed for the game. It's a Mutation, which is also based on Phantom Nova. Running art for Mutation was also posted today. And that was Mutation section. Now let's move into our next killer, that being Corrosion. Corrosion currently has a moveset, an LMS, running animation, but no skin, and an actual animation as well. Let's start off with the moveset. Corrosion is a slow killer. Their passive is aptly named Corrosion. After killing a survivor, they can corrode their body and turn them into minions, like Sonic TD. Her M1 does 30 plus poison, 5 DPS for 3 seconds. Her first ability is called Ravage. Corrosion pounces forward and scratches the survivor violently with her claws for a few seconds before finally using her jump Disc Saw. Each strike is 15 damage. The final strike is 25 damage, plus poison. The cooldown is 20 seconds. Her second ability is called Corroded Space. Corrosion stumbles to the floor and then upon standing back up leaves a puddle of rust. That when the survivor steps into it, they are heavily slowed down and take poison damage. The cooldown is 15 seconds. Third ability is called Impale. Corrosion forcefully rips a spike out of herself and stabs forward with it. The damage is 60, plus poison. There is high damage and there will be a very high windup. The cooldown is 25 seconds. Her fourth and final ability is called Sawdust. Corrosion extends her hand forward while the jump disc rapidly spins. The damage is 25, and the cooldown is 12 seconds. I will now play a portion of Corrosion's chase theme. That was Corosions' chase theme, made by Banjo, one of the main composers for the game. As mentioned with Lilac the 96's chase theme, you can find these songs in the Discord, in the sneak peek section. I will leave the Discord in a comment below. I will now show off animations for Corrosion. Keep in mind, these are very old and subject to change. And that was Corrosion section, and the final killer to be a 0.1. Now let's move on to the next killer, so it will be a 0.2 and beyond. The next killer on our docket is Osiris. He currently only has a moveset, and I'll share that right now. Osiris is a fast character. Osiris's M1 is called Basic Crunch. He bites. The damage is 15, and the cooldown is 1.5. His passive is called Percept. Osiris has a sight line bar on the side of his screen. It fills slowly by being in chase, but drains quickly by not chasing anyone. When maxed out, Osiris' holograms turn red, and Osiris gains a temporary speed and damage buff while being stunned. Shorter amount of time. The bar quickly drains. His first ability is called Replicate. Osiris copies the form of any survivor currently in the round. Osiris can only walk and run like this and must deactivate this ability by pressing again, or attacking or teleporting to a hologram. Deactivating or attacking results in small end lag, whereas teleporting does not. Cooldown is 30 seconds from when it deactivates. Osiris' second ability is called Training Data. Osiris can stab forward with his blue spiked tendril. The initial stab does low damage, but replaces the ability with a temporary one from the survivor's stab. After using this fake ability, it will return to being this. The damage is 5, the copy ability damage is 30, the cooldown is 10 after stab, and 20 after copied ability. His third ability is called Recon. Osiris can place up to 3 drones and teleport to them at any time by looking at their icon on the map and pressing M1. Doing this while survivors in its inner range will have it rush at the survivor after teleporting. These hologram drones can mark any survivors inside of its range and have a second larger range that only changes the color of the icon when the survivor enters. The damage is 25, the cooldown is 5, 20 if you rush. His fourth and final ability is called Devour. Osiris will pause, creating a holographic tunnel of light, whirling in front of itself. After a few minutes, it will rush down this path and attempt to maim anything in its way. If this passive is active, the ability executes immediately. In addition, survivors standing on the path during the windup will cross a slight line to bar to raise quicker. Damage is 40, cooldown is 35 seconds. That was Osiris. Let's move on to our final killer. The final character is named Tusha, made by Jays with Jam. Currently only has a moveset, and this will be our final killer of the day. The first passive is called Blackfire. Whenever Tusha normally attacks, you can do a quick 2-hit combo that involves throwing the survivor in a ragdoll state on the last hit. Both hits do 20 damage. The second passive is called Dragon's Parry. Tusha has a guard miller built into her attacks, and when facing something like an incoming stun, she can counter it with a single jab and deal 25 damage to the survivor. Whenever she uses the ability, does successful parry twice in less than 10 seconds, or does Blackfire twice over, her guard instantly goes down with a white highlight in a small range, and is vulnerable to being stunned. This passive only appears if no killer can counter attacks. Her first ability is called Shadow's Trap. It basically acts both like Tripwire Step and Sonic.easy's TD's Teleport. You can set up 3 to 4 spawn points for yourself, so that you can get around the map easier. However, it can be destroyed if the person treads on it, dealing 30 damage. In exchange for the same downside, the survivor will be unable to use one of their abilities for 6 seconds. While an invisible mine is there is however a sound indicator for survivor, and that is whenever you come close to one, you would start hearing distorted crowd screaming while your camera would shake very slightly. Spawn point upon destruction will consistently regenerate back to Tusha if destroyed, as a silver lining for 10 to 20 seconds, meaning that you can place another if it isn't stepped on again. Her second ability is called Jump Rope. Whenever Tusha is near somebody, she can go invisible, sending a heroically mutated hunter snake above the survivor's head, and forcing them to jump 3 to 5 times to miss the attack. The survivor in the state cannot use their abilities, nor can they be hurt by the killer, unless they mess up, i.e. jumping when the rope is above or forgetting to jump when it comes down. And when they mess up, they'll be flung and given a 4-second slowness effect, making them immensely vulnerable. If they complete the jump rope challenge, they'll be getting a weak 2-second speed boost before they, after the speed boost, it gets a 3-second slowness effect. This ability is basically both 2011X's charge and invisibility bundled into one move, slightly. Tusha melts into a shadow and can traverse quickly in the state. When coming out of the state, however, you can must use this opportunity to ambush in the name. A survivor that can be off guard by pouncing and flying in the air for 3 to 5 seconds before rather missing or landing the target. In the survivor's POV, when Tisha is near, a heartbeat sound starts playing and a black shadow starts fading in the screen. And if in line, the heartbeat goes faster. If the shadow turns crimson briefly, you'll need to sprint to miss the attack, else she'll pounce on you. When the survivor fails to miss, Tusha would grab and bite them, deal 30 damage, and will start chipping 5 damage every 1 to 2 seconds. Increasingly speeding up every damage chips. She would let go until they're on 10 to 20 HP, or when down, or kill them instantly if at low health. But other survivors can cancel it early if they stun, so it's not back her in this state of vulnerability. The same speed up before slowing down effect applies here while you're under her grasp. Tulu's final ability is called Malice Test. Basically, Tusha, Tulu, will disable all of your moves and force the player to play a minigame of killing these horrific Great Shell versions on the Suhong shoulders in FP1. The survivor's arm will turn to a mutated black orb, which will give them a punching move, and their speed will increase while you roughly have to kill 5 to 10 of them. You'll have 20 seconds to kill all of them while dodging her, and if you succeed, you'll get a short speed boost, before eventually getting a slowness debuff from it. If you hit Tulu or another survivor, you'll be given a heavy slowness debuff. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was every known killer coming to Freedom Planet Freedom in Chains at this current time. There will be more in the future, but of course, that'll have to wait. Thank you all for watching.